Well, is this thing on? The webcam's been on the whole time. Hello. Right. Let's put another 2 hours into After Us. It's not that Bat Boy's a hard game to stick with, but out of the two games that I'm currently promoting, After Us is, I think it just is more compelling. But I'm not criticizing anything. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Inuyuki Hakusho. Look, the Unicorn Princess! The Unicorn Princess! We finally found the Unicorn Princess! It really is the Unicorn Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and announce the live stream, and we're good. So I'm curious where After Us is gonna go. You know, we've got our branching path. You want to know my predictions for the Xbox show? Go ahead, Jacob. It's a week until the show, so you know. Starfield, Avowed, Hellblade 2, Forza Motorsport, Fable, Fable 1 to 3 Collection, Gears 1 to 3 and Judgment Collection, and Tears for Gears 6. Tease for Gears 6. Okay. Fable, because it's been heavily hinted at on Twitter today. You know, the Sparkle tweet. So, Fable's probably going to happen. Did I? Yeah, I thought I did the Eagle. Okay. So I want to make my way maybe towards the B? Everyone says After Us, but no one ever says how are us. So folks, how are us? I'm good, thank you, Draven. Yeah, Fable seems like an obvious game to appear at the show next week. Xbox show. I think we're going to see a Banjo Redooey of some description. I think that's a fair bet. Banjo Redooey. That was the path up. Is that a picture of a smokestack? And I'm pointing the right way on the map, so. I'm ready to explore more of this weird, hellish nightmare. No collectibles around here. The map will show me anyway. I think I've got to wait for another train. In Fable, you can fuck. Love to see it. Oh, shit. I got swallowed. I mean, you can have a kid in Fable 3. That hilariously, Yahtzee pointed out you can have a kid that that doesn't look anything like you. I've been meaning to check out the Fable series. I'm excited for the new Fable, and yet the most I've played of a Fable is like 2 hours of Fable 2. If I play Fable 3, I want to play it on Xbox 360, not on Series. And there's a reason for that. Or at least start a save file on Xbox 360. Then I can transfer it to the cloud later. Okay, so hear me out. In Fable 3, you basically get money. Like, all the time that you have a save file, you get money in-game. So what you can do is start your save file on the earliest the Xbox 360 can handle, which is like 1970 or whatever. So you start that file offline, then you set your console clock back to current day, and you load up your save file, and then you have practically infinite money. And then... yeah. And then, right, you're set for the rest of the game. Welcome, Vlad. Exploit? No. A feature working as intended. Yeah, collections of games. That language was weird, wasn't it? I wonder what that language was about. That's right. That's the button for make everything covered in grass. Hey, Yu-Gi Hakusho. Collections of games. Wasn't there a rumor that there was an Evil Within 3 in development? And then the Psycho tweet recently, considering that Psycho Break is the Japanese name for Evil Within. A Fallout collection. I'd love to see Fallout 1, 2, and Van Buren. But, the Van Buren won't happen. Yeah. Evil Within 3. So I reckon we'll get that teased. I think we'll see Banjo Redui. Because a Banjo game was greenlit just before Summer Games Fest last year. Or E3 or whatever we had last year. I think it was Summer Games Fest. That Van Buren demo is pretty impressive. Have you acquired it before? Have you played with it? It's... for something that's incomplete, it's surprisingly feature complete. Wrong button. Yo, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's been leaked on the internet for like a decade at least. It's worth checking out if you can find a download for it. It's probably on Internet Archive, to be fair. Press B to teleport to the Tune TV. Oh, new mechanic. Mike and the new mechanic. Elder Scrolls Shadow Key. I don't remember that, but I do remember an Oblivion port that was made for J2ME phones. I miss the N-Gage. So I had this hilarious idea that if I actually develop and finish a game, what I want to do is create a version of the game that's like the game's name, but the letter N afterwards, and just force the gameplay into that tiny vertical resolution. Yeah. The ports of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Tomb Raider, Sonic Advance, but it makes sense that Sonic Advance's port was good, because it's the same kind of architecture as the GBA. So you can pretty much port that natively. The Puyo Puyo port was weird, but bonus points to Sega for thinking, yeah, what the N-Gage needs is Puyo Puyo. Because I appreciate that, because it's another weird oddity in the beloved Puyo Puyo series. Mr. Developer, a while ago I said I'd mocap. I think you did say you'd mocap. Oh, enter the doll! I thought nobody would ever suggest it. Consider that doll entered. There are secrets around here. Yeah, I'll put some thoughts together before the before I consider this game finished or done or shelved. I'll put together some thoughts. Because I genuinely like this. Dashes of American McGee's Alice, a little bit of Nier Automata here and there. Tells its story through the environment. There's a lot of creativity on display here. You don't normally get games that are like this. Everything's got to fit a certain gameplay style, or it's got to guarantee sales, or it's got to nickel and dime people, or it's got to have an agenda. This seems pretty like just like the developers had free reign to really explore an idea. Some televisions can tune more than one channel. Yeah, I reckon it would be Banjo-Redooey. That's what I reckon they'll call it. Banjo-Redooey. It's easy to be disillusioned by modern gaming. It's kind of funny, the only game I'm really excited for in the near future, hopefully near future, is DokeV. DokeV actually shows some promise that it's going to be something a bit more my speed. Something a bit more my tastes. And I like games like this. I had an idea decades ago for a game, I guess spoilers for the game I never made. It took place in a coma. So, you know, I'd have all the excuse I need to explore dreamlike environments. I know, it's the world's most unique idea. It's been done hundreds of times. But I was hoping to, you know, just use it as a springboard for just exploring ideas. I feel like I could bring a concept like that back. I was going to develop it in, of all things, the Doom engine. Inspired by how Hexen and Strife's environments were built like they were regular Doom maps, but they allowed for like seamless linking and it remembering where things in the game were. I was kind of thinking, what kind of weird environments can you make in Doom? I was inspired by something called soup, which is kind of like it's a liquid that you warm up. You serve it in a bowl. No, soup was sort of like I guess a game developed by some Japanese developer. And basically all the assets in soup can be, you know, replaced and renamed. You can add things, you can take things out. You basically can make your own soup. By going into the game's files and twisting them around. And Soup had that kind of like one floor, one ceiling, bizarre visuals thing going on. And Like, I really had sort of, like, the inspiration around, like, 2009 or 2010 time to explore that game as a concept, but I never did. I never did explore it. I was thinking maybe it's time to bring something like that back. Something where you could just get really creative with what's in the game. You don't need an in-game or in-universe reason for why something is the way it is. You can plant a few hints, and then players can invent their own lore. There was a TED Talk I watched once with a game developer. I can't remember exactly who it was, but I'm sure it's easy enough to find. And this game developer said that what he likes to do is plant things in the game with no explanation, and then let players come up with their own lore. And then what he would do is come along later and, like, say, "Wow, you worked it out!" and gaslight them into thinking that they had solved this game's elaborate lore, when in fact he was just pinching from from what the gamers had invented themselves based on what limited information they had. This developer used the example of the supposed assassination of or decapitation of Paul McCartney as like this example of people just coming up with their own continuity and their own understanding of events, regardless of whether they're accurate or not. That's a lot of TVs displaying the same thing. I feel like a big open world where you can just explore ideas. Something like this is the sort of thing I live for in like environmental storytelling. Sure, you don't play a game like this to shoot a bunch of criminals or rob a bank or drive a fast car, but you play a game like this to just sort of feel something, I guess? Going in between dreams and changing things. That's very Yume Nikki. Which, you know, I would love to give a shot, but power plant. I'd love to give Yume Nikki a shot sometime. From my understanding, Yume Nikki is very convoluted. Find a way up from here. I assume it's up. Yo, how's the game? Trippy. Very trippy. I can kill that guy, but don't know how to get up. Maybe I need to jump on that dude's head and then sort of... One, two, dash! Fuck. I feel like it's doable. Whether or not it's meant to be doable is another thing. I reckon if I at the apex of my jump. Ah! Nothing up here? See a light bulb telly up there. Portal-like puzzle game based on doors leading to different dimensions. Narbacular drop. Nah, I'm messing with you. Ran into a big game development thing. What the fuck are doors doing? Doors. An idea for a game. Time moves backwards for the main character, so everything you do has to be set up. There was a game like that. There's a side-scrolling platformer that plays backwards. Braid is interesting because Braid runs backwards as well as forwards. There was a game that plays backwards, and you start with all the skills, and then there I see. That's the TV. You start with all the skills, and then you have to drop a skill every time you go back a stage, because you got that skill for completing the previous stage. If that makes sense. So the game actually gets harder as it goes on, because you have to give up a skill each time. But I'm forgetting the name of the game now. Yeah, it's interesting. Whoa! Sonic the Hedgehog, eat your heart out. I'm loving the Jean-Michel Jarre score as well. Music in this area is... whew, it's something. Hello, ferrets. Alright, Jacob. Yeah, experimental games are just more interesting in general. That blue cable is pretty long. I'm following one single blue cable and it's gone all the way into here. I deserve that, probably. Way to change the channel? Oh, no way. Seriously? That's fun. Where are the labels? Where's the cable tidy? It's an unrealistically long cable. Is there a collectible around here? Yeah. It felt like somewhere they'd hide a collectible. I released the frog! Release the frog. Frog released. This is kind of like, Sonic Frontiers, but good. You're in Satan's PC. No, there's a devil in the hard drive. Right, that's one cable lit up. Follow the second dark blue cable. There's 3 dark blue cables! This TV better have something good on it. Like, I'm talking Nikatsu's Lolita Anime. At the very least. Yeah, I can follow the cable down this way. Dude, don't even have water cooling. Funny you should say that. I don't have water cooling either. If I won the lottery, I'd build a computer out of a fish tank. 100% I would build a computer in a fish tank. And then I would let it run hot enough that I could keep tropical fish. Yeah, I'm a good old-fashioned fan man. You know. That's my cooling method of choice for a computer. But I have it. I'm talking about my computer. But you knew that before you called. No, my mother does not have a dick. And you knew that before you called. Cooling by liquid is scary to me. I've got to admit. But I build a computer out of a fish tank, because, you know, you can build it, like, within a glass or interior case within the fish tank. The computer itself can be cooled with liquid coolant. And that can be separated from, the fish eat the bugs in the games. I like that. I like that idea. You definitely have to make, like, the first game you play on it, like, Feeding Frenzy or something like that. Yeah, I feel like there's a secret in the other one. Okay. No, that just sends me back out here. Forging Berserk. I like your meme. I like your little meme thing where you come up with another name for each game. Always look forward to it. What's the point in this, then? Yes, you bring a bit of joy. Remember to take your joy. There's a game I'll probably never play. Well, if it ends up in some bundle, isn't it on Game Pass? We happy for you? I watched, oh, who was it did a video on it? Wicked Wiz. Wicked Wiz did a video on We Happy For You. It was very interesting, because it feels like a game that's full of some really clever ideas, and it's just poorly executed. I've always got time for a Wicked Wiz video. I'm down to clown with Wicked Wiz. Aha! Why do I get the feeling that I'm out of bounds? Yeah. Oh, is it off Game Pass now? Right. Okay. Gotta go down somewhere else. How did I get down before? Yeah. I think that's the first time I've been out of bounds in this game, though. How the frig am I getting over there? Wool Run. Yeah, it was definitely on Game Pass before. I remember seeing it. I do wonder what made them change their mind about featuring it on Game Pass. Isn't it Microsoft? Didn't Microsoft, like, own We Happy Few, though? Or they were definitely involved with its development or publishing, I'm sure. Ah, Gearbox owned. Okay, fair enough. Because it was on Game Pass, you know, in my head I just make that association. But I mean, it worked in the case of Guardians, right? I played it briefly on Game Pass, and I was so impressed, I purchased it. Physically. Just so I could be sure I still had it. Oh, do I gotta fix that yellow in order to fix the blue? Don't see a way up to the yellow. All the people in this world are absorbed by the TVs, I've noticed. They either are TVs or they are absorbed by the TVs. I wonder what Vince meant by this. Be a TV down there. It's interesting. I can't imagine anybody spending $54.99 on We Happy Few. Sometimes I look at prices of digital games and I go, ha! No. Like, take for instance, I recently picked up The Unicorn Princess, right? £3.19. £3.19. I'm willing to spend that on The Unicorn Princess. Pills? There's a few Dishonored titles on Game Pass, isn't there? If not Game Pass, they might be on Sony PS Essential. Not Essential. Extra. I have methods to play them. Right now, I tend to only pick games up on PC if I care about having the achievements or integration with Steam. If it's the only platform I can get them on, i.e. it's a publisher code and the only platform that's available is Steam. Or if I intend to mod the game. Those are the only reasons right now why I would pick games up on Steam. It used to be that I would pick up everything on Steam. But that's changed. What is that? Like an old-fashioned cologne bowl? Yeah. Of course, nowadays everything's done with aerosol. It's easier. Get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me! There's something about that meme. That recurring meme with Chuck. Inside, isn't that by the Limbo folks? I do remember that game having like a technological environment theme, like greys and like metallic environments. Why don't you come this way? Trying to send my orb back into his back like this, you see, like get him to run that way, then bring the orb back through him. In some ways, that's a more effective way of getting a hit on his back than, you know. Easy peasy. Everybody looks so miserable. You got power plants, you got electricity. Cheer up, people. Don't you like having, like, televisions? Remember when Limbo was a big deal? I remember Limbo. I think I've beaten Limbo. I mean, I watched my brother beat it several times. If you ever wanted a clue that he was going to become a speedrunner someday, was him playing through Limbo without dying several times for achievements and trophies. Fucking madman. He's always had that. Yeah, finishing it in one sitting without dying. Yeah, he's got it. Of course he's got it. He's the person who's done, like, 7-Day Survivor several times on Dead Rising. Emoji in the stream. What? Has YouTube added something else? Well, 7-Day Survivor wouldn't be that much of a problem, you know. Who doesn't have 12 or 14 hours to sit at a game the whole time and not move? Everybody, right? The issue is how glitchy that achievement is. Like, you can't enter certain maps on certain days because the game just crashes. You've constantly got to be eating because your health is going down. It ends up being that you have to go to the food court and, like, grab certain items well in advance. And then most of your time playing is stood on top of, like, a wooden hut in the park, consuming that food very, very, very slowly until you have to go and get more, knowing what maps you're not allowed to visit on what days, knowing when certain psychopaths are going to be in certain areas on certain days so you don't end up bumping into them. 7-Day Survivor is just, it's a joke. I would never have the patience for that. How long have I got to keep that in there for? Oh, it moves the platform. Okay. Yeah, so I looked into that. I was going to do it on Steam. Cheat engine to get 7-Day Survivor, but there was a reason why I couldn't, and I can't remember what it was. Like, that the game would crash or something. I didn't have the patience to figure out why. But yeah, no, that thought had occurred to me. Use cheat engine on PC to get the achievement. Well, yeah, if you can get Frank to stand there with infinite health the whole time, then you're laughing, aren't you? You can just watch as his health bar is wobbling, but it doesn't go down. Yeah, it's a sound theory, but I can't remember what the reason was as to why I couldn't... why the game wouldn't let me do it. But I'd forgotten. Maybe I hadn't unlocked it yet. Day Survivor. Aha! Not sure that's how I meant to do it, but it's how I'm gonna do it. Watch this game have a play it in one sitting and don't die achievement. Aha! Hello, raiders! Vault Hunters! It's me, Claptrap! Aha! Before you go off on an adventure today, make sure you apply some Preparation H. Oh, that powers both red and yellow. Okay. Yellow used for fast travel back. Yeah. There's a red as well. I do recall and reminisce War of the Worlds. The Xbox Live Arcade one. Had this ridiculous level of difficulty.
Do you have Borderlands 3, Chuck? And do you know if we can crossplay between platforms?
Use Gearbox Shift. Apparently. Yes, yes.
I picked up Borderlands 3 on Steam yesterday for like £9 or something with all the DLCs. Like, all of them. I haven't played through 3 yet. I played through 1, I've played through 2, I haven't played through 3. I'm down if you're down.
3 sequel I wanted to get into, but I never did. I liked the Handsome Jack. Well, a Handsome Jack clone was playable. So naturally, you know, first time playing it, I'm like, oh, I'll play as Handsome Jack. But then I never actually got further than, like, a few rooms in, because I was like, oh no, I'm going to play this on co-op. I just want to test it runs on my machine. And that's sort of where I was at. Murder, 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 murder. It was made by an Aussie studio, right? It was made by 2K Australia. I wonder if it was any good. Oh. Pre-sequel is meh. Wow, that was, that was a really, really long pause, huh? Oh, I can't actually teleport into the cakes when I get close. Okay. The cakes are not the answer. The answer, then. Oh, that. Oh. I can send it that far from a distance. Okay. Two I really enjoyed, and I played through most of the DLCs as well. 2 was a very good time. Just a really solid shooter. Way better than 1, in my opinion. Borderlands 1, really only good in multiplayer, and with people you get on with. AC has to go on. Feels like 23 degrees. That's a lot. So, now what? Up. Make me go all the way back up there? Come on! Alright. Way back up there, then. Three really put a bad taste in my mouth, because it was the first, example for me of a game that I wanted to play that skipped Steam and went to EGS. And naturally, my opinion in that situation was, alright then, you don't want my money. So I missed out on, Borderlands 3 at the time, because I didn't have, well, it's not that I didn't have EGS, it's that I didn't want to use EGS at that time. And, that and a combination of I wasn't really playing next-gen consoles at the time. You know, what's current-gen consoles now. Wasn't really playing them at the time, so I missed out on Borderlands 3 for those reasons. And then recently, I was in CEX, or SEX, and I saw Borderlands 3 was like £4 on Xbox. I was like, that's a pretty good price. But I knew that there was that bundle for like something like £9. Got a bunch of other games in that bundle, but you know, I don't care about those. I actually don't care about those. I might claim them, I might not. I'm really struggling to find the path here. Like, I would have thought that the way to go would be somewhere where the black sludge was. Because otherwise, what's the point in clearing out the black sludge, right? Come on, that's a safe drop. I can easily survive it. You're just playing stupid, damn. Could you imagine if I can imagine Steam boxes were a thing and standalone. I got a Steam Link somewhere. I think it's in one of the boxes in the corner. I'm thinking about setting it back up because before it wasn't very useful, but now that I have a better connection, like to the internet as well as Wi-Fi, I was thinking about setting a Steam Link back up over home 5G router network. Really not sure where to go now. Because I could sync a PS4 controller up to the Steam Link. I could just have Spider-Man Remastered running on my PC or whatever, and just be playing it across the house on the Steam Link. You know what Steam Link was really good for? I'll tell you what it was really good for. So it lets you run applications that you have as shortcuts as well. So what you could do if you wanted to, I don't know,
play adult Flash games across the house,
is you could just make a Steam shortcut for Adobe Flash Player standalone, and then, you know, use the on-screen keyboard to Control O the Flash file of your choice. Used to do that with one of those little touchpads with batteries. Like the little, like, radio touchpads. But enough of how I used to play dodgy shit. Where the fuck am I meant to go? Ah! You need a more you know banner across the screen at times like this. I really do not. To go up somehow. Knowing is half the battle. Yeah. G.I. Joe. Pork chop sandwiches! I'll climb on that one. Looks like there's a wire that goes that way, but it's not electrified. And it's only the electrified wires that I can... There's one down there. Ah, yo, check that out. There was one here. I can't do that. $15 levels away. 20 levels away, I think. I think I'm 180. But there's all those new quests that just dropped. And my favorite creative map to exploit for XP is still giving out XP. So it hasn't been... it hasn't had its XP ripped from it yet. So I will get it done in time. It's going to be tight. I didn't play Fortnite much this season. Like, if I played it more, I probably wouldn't have been so screwed. But I'll get it done. I'll get it done before, like, June 6th. Honey! Racing mode. Optimus Prime. Next season's going to be weird. But I'm all for a little bit of creativity. I'll walk up this. Whoa! Calm down! Stop lubricating. Oh, wait, no, that's Pop. Stop lubricating on that man. Stop lubricating that man. I'll get the quote right eventually. Wow! Much optimization, wow. Some of the performance in this is really spotty. I mean, I want to point out again, I'm in performance mode. So the higher fidelity mode has got to run even worse, right? Yeah, that's a little bit embarrassing. Lots of dead bugs around here. I don't like it. Ugh. Nasty. Is the game in performance mode or just you? I had a coffee and I had a green tea energy drink. I am in performance mode. Although I have been to work, so... I'm coming down off what was a day. I like the cut of this game's jip, man. I really do. It's got such an identity. Well, it looks like Alan Wake won the poll for June. Hey, Ann Keeps Gaming, how's it going? Did I just loop around on myself? No, it just felt like it. This environment is getting very samey. Hey, look, Ann, it's Sonic Frontiers. Woohoo! Alright! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Splatoon. Maybe? Maybe a little Splatoony. This area is frickin' massive! This feels like that mission in Halo 3. Where you have to go inside, like, a spaceship and it's just, like... It's like this. Dead bugs. We're tiny, we're toony, and a little bit splatoony. We're Animaniacs. Hey, I found the bee. This is delicious. Am I dreaming again? Oh no. I'm not. Journey is hard, I know, but the sacrifice will be worth it. The life force is returning. Our home grows stronger. You are our hope, little one. Okay. Am I in the Ark right now? Yeah. No. I've been teleported somewhere. Oh no, I'm in the Ark. Except the map says I'm not in the Ark. Map says I'm in the middle of nowhere. Could go that way towards Bear. Or I could go that way towards Pig. Assuming I can go that way towards Pig. Well, let's ham it up. There should be like a sign or a hint as to which path. Also, having a look at the map helps. Sort of roughly that direction. Not something that way. This place is all lit up now. I don't think it was before. I honestly can't remember. Maze? Steamed? Don't steam me. If I open the map right now... Yeah, I'm visibly heading towards B. Wasp. B. This is not the path. Do not stray from the path. Steamed Cromwell. No climbing up that. Can't attach myself to that. Yeah, no grass growing on it. Can't attach myself to it. No visible path that way. Visible underneath either. Right, looks like I have to go that way towards Bear. Dockyard, yeah, that's new. Okay, this way. Whee! Gotta go fast! What do you mean the CGI from a film from the year 2000 wasn't good? The rain hurts. It's oil rain. Wow, look at this! Really do appreciate what this is going for. Dockyard, forest, dockyard. This is amazing. I also need to hide soon. Ah! Front door? Sorry, I heard the front door go off. More diggers, more oil, and more stuttering. Wonder how much the dog's gonna come up if my noise removal is sturdy and powerful. Ow. Oh my god. My mic was muted the whole time, huh? Hello. I had a phone call. I pressed unmute, but apparently unmute didn't work. Die for me. Yeah. Why were all these people burrowing underground? What were they hiding from? From the oil rain. Oil rain all the way across the dawn. So much junk here. This game just has such strong visuals. Like, I criticize it in moments where it really lags and the performance is awful. But then there's moments like this that stay relatively sturdy. And there's all this, like, junk on screen. Now, I see how it's being culled by the camera, right? I see that, like, at the bottom of the screen. I see the culling as I move. Whatever it needs to do to keep a steady frame rate. Ooh. Everything's sideways in here. We take the camera wherever we want and try to find secrets and discoveries in some of our favorite games. As you can see... Alright. It's a 2D picture! That's cool. Let's say, give me that. Memory unlocked. Countryside? This is countryside? Okay. Ferris wheel. I want to ride the Ferris wheel. I want to ride the Ferris wheel. Right. I gotta be right back. But I want to ride the Ferris wheel. Does it not go all the way around? Ah! I'll, be right back. I must say, that's a really shit Ferris wheel. I saw it. I corrected it. Really? Loop? Oh, God. Way now. Guess that way. All these bubbles. Found under the arse for protection. Right. This way. That keeps all these people models under the junk. these polygons. Sure, they're simple shapes, but I got to admit, I'm impressed by this. I'll give credit where credit is due. I'm impressed by this. You know, we could see it as this lady is going around spreading marijuana everywhere. It would suddenly make a lot more sense, I think. Live-action Peter Pan vibes. Like Hook. Or do you mean like back when Bobby Driscoll used to act out the character on stage? Before Disney fired him for having acne. Oh, a Peter Pan live-action movie that wasn't by Disney. Ooh. I've never heard of it. Kind of gives me Asylum vibes, though. Lionsgate. I like how everyone's like, Lionsgate is a name synonymous with quality, and then they released Alpha and Omega 3. You know? Lionsgate have released just as much crap as they have quality stuff. Probably a Lionsgate joint. Divergent, though. Was that the name of the studio, or did the film take several paths? Get path over here. Wait, no. That's the muck I can't stand in. Yeah, that's the sign for the port. Want to go see the seaside. Why is the countryside, like, this full of junk? Like, no matter how bad it gets, human beings are not gonna fill the countryside with junk. Build houses on it! Sure. Barely a green spot left around about where I live now, with all the houses getting built. But fill it up with plastic and tin cans? This doesn't look very seasidey. Oh, cutscene. Time for chips. Two chips is technically chips. Underwater now. Why would there be signs for the seaside underwater? Something tells me we're not underwater. I'm still seeing washing machines. You know why this washing machine is here? It didn't use Calgon. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that ground geometry. -1 point. Tell you now, based on that ground geometry, the game is at least a 99. Is at most a 99 now. Also, for bonus points, they should have had a go singing underwater. Lungs full of water. Darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Oh, Sebastian, that's crude. Wait, what? Down where it's wetter, you perv? No, I did not mean it like that, Lady Ariel. No! Forgive me! I was saying it's great underwater! But you said wetter! You creep! That bit is terrible. I apologize for that bit. That bit is at least a 2 out of 10. What slides around on the surface of the water and yells, "Knickers"? Crude oil. Yo! I rescued the dolphin! Your eyes look like diamonds in the sky. Oh wait, no, the marks on your head look like stars in the sky. That's it. The marks on your head look like stars in the sky. Oh, what a great haul, everyone! Harbor. But I don't have any grudges! Now is not the time or place for me to tell any of my jokes. Why? What's wrong with your jokes? Loving the movement down here. I can cover a lot of distance. Speedrunners find out how to activate the underwater controls all the time, and smash world runs. That'd be amazing. Wow, that Little Mermaid, huh? Anybody gonna go see that? Wow, tough crowd. Yeah, but it's all right. Because as of yet, you haven't been. So, in terms of gambling odds, I would say you're quite lucky. I would love to be in a live-action Lilo and Stitch movie. I want to play the Russian alien. That would be awful. Nobody wants that. Hey, my Stitch alien. He's very good. I made him ultra special and strong. Strong enough to destroy the world. I auditioned for Lilo and Stitch, and then it's the video of me in my my onesie taking a shit. This was my audition for a live-action Lilo and Stitch. Oh, I see. There's a giant fan in the distance. Finally, a fan. I find there's not much of a difference between fans and trolls, really. Your biggest troll can be your biggest fan. The trick is converting your trolls into fans, and that's something I could do with enough effort and perseverance. Yay! Did it. Crazy to think I'm almost at 2 hours. This is one of those games where just... the time just disappears. There was a storm out at sea. I hope the fishermen are all right. Ogres are like onions. If you cut them, you cry. You know, Shrek, you're full of shit. Alright, don't care, that's it. I'm about to fucking kick your ass. Why is that fisherman speared on his own hook? Oh, he's not. It just looked like that from that angle. Oh, people were lost at sea. That's so sad. Yo! Is that a toilet? Let me in. That's where I belong. I belong in the toilet. Shit. Punishment chip. It's hard to see some of the gaps until you're right on top of them. Pretty dark down in the ocean. Have we reached the Mariana Trench yet? The Mariana Trench! You wouldn't steal a half-eaten Weathers original, wanna bet? Bitch, there's no limit to what I would do. What if consuming a human being makes you younger? I mean, that's the very concept behind vampires drinking blood and staying young, right? What if there's a tribe of cannibals somewhere who have lived to like 500 years old? I mean, the caveat is all the holes in the brain you develop when you digest human flesh, but... Cannibalism protein mix. Ooh. I like it. Let's pitch that one to Holland and Barrett. I'll buy some in their next buy one get one a penny campaign. With a collectible urn. Dude, I'm just playing Sonic the Hedgehog at this point, right? Okay. Here I go! Yeah! We're not gonna make it! It's time to speed up! North! Okay, that's all the funny I can afford for today. I like this though. It's always like changing things up. You know? Right now I'm outrunning like an underwater avalanche. But before I had to do lots of vertical climbing through bird cages. Or I had to dig through a countryside full of junk. The game is always, like, doing something different with each of its major set pieces. I got swallowed. Do you spit or swallow?
Swallow.
Maybe it's about time I watched Dude, Where's My Car again. That movie's so stupid. Dude, but what does mine say? Sweet! Yo! Now we have to lure the eel out and collect the star that's attached to his tail. Whoa! Performance! That's a snazzy performance there! We really are going to the Mariana Trench. I can't believe it. abyss.
The Mariana Trench.
I really can't do a Nathan explosion, so I don't know why I'm trying, really. So many hooks down here. It's like that one SpongeBob episode. Don't go playing near hooks, Sponge me Bob. Sponge boy me Bob. I don't care. Who's SpongeBob? AI-generated Sponge has been a blessing and a curse. There has been some truly messed up stuff beyond words that AI has created over the past couple of days. From Sandy complaining about deepfake porn. SpongeBob saying he approves of of the Chinese Prime Minister. It's been a wild ride. One of these days it's going to get banned. The shark is free. It costs folks like you and me. I'm not gonna have another nightmare. Yeah. Possible. Yeah. Another nightmare. I figured it was every few. You should check out AI-generated SpongeBob. It's nuts. I might put a minute of it on at the end of the stream. These kids getting assaulted again. Now everyone else is scared of them. I don't understand these dreams. They're weird. But spirits, why do you torture me so with these images of the stone people? carrying my heart, the last beacon of light. This game truly is something special, I think. I mean, if you're not into this kind of game, this kind of narrative-driven, story told through environment, exploration, and exercise in exploring creativity, then forget about it. But if you're into experiences like these, I can definitely say, take a look at this one, pop it on your wish list. If it comes to Game Pass sometime in the future, Mr. Tumble, please, you just said something special. If you like games like this, you can pick up a copy today out of my spotty bag. Just be careful not to lay your hands on my junk, because I keep that in there too! Well, that's totally derailed the very important, sort of meaningful ending I was gonna do. But I want to quickly bring up some AI-generated Sponge, if it's currently live. It's not currently live. Ooh. AI Sponge got taken down! No, it's back, it's back. At AI Sponge. At AI_Sponge, okay. Win life for 7 hours. Give you some examples of what it's like. We can scroll through one of the recent streams. Recommend giving AI Sponge a subscribe.
You mean the one where the guy walks into a bar and says, "Arch"?
No, the other one.
Oh, yeah, the one where the chicken crossed the road.
No, the other one.
Are you sure you were not thinking of that other one where the girl walks into a bar and says, "Arch"? Again.
A few moments later.
Hey, SpongeBob, what's that?
It's the news, Patrick. There's been a serial killer on the loose.
What does he look like?
No one knows. Patrick, he could be anyone.
Oh my god, what are we going to do?
Don't worry, Patrick. I'll protect you.
His voices are so
A
bad.
few moments later.
I don't think it's working, Patrick.
What do you mean?
I've been trying to get in touch with Andrew Tate for weeks, and he still hasn't called me back.
Maybe he's just really busy.
I do wonder.
That's what I thought at first, but then I saw him post a video on Instagram of him kitesurfing in the Bahamas.
So what? He's just on vacation.
But he's been posting videos from all over the world. He's been to Japan, Spain, Italy. He's even been to Antarctica.
And Rotate is a world traveler.
Do you think he forgot about me?
A few moments later.
So, what do you think the secret ingredient is? Squidward!
Squidward's voice is always overloaded.
I have no idea.
Eats crab meat, of course.
No way! I don't believe it.
Are you sure, Mr. Krabs?
Curse, I'm sure. Squidward, SpongeBob, you want to taste it.
You betcha.
SpongeBob wants to taste Mr. Krabs' crab meat. Ridiculous. Yeah, give AI Sponge a subscribe on YouTube. It's always worth tuning in when it's live. Okay. Until next time. If we live that long. Take care. Bye-bye.
A few moments later.
Hey, Patrick! I got a new joke.
Oh boy, what is it?
These